Hello everyone, and welcome back to another tutorial from the New Ulm Public Library. Today we're going to be doing an updated preview of the library's website. We'll take a tour and see the different pages and how to find things. So when you open your browser, you can easily reach our website by still following the same address, www.newulmlibrary.org, and that will bring you to our homepage. Now, the library's website, again, is still part of the city's website, so you can link to the city's website through menus at the bottom. We'll get there. But first, starting up here at the top, as long as it says New Ulm Public Library up here, then you know that you can click back to this library homepage. There's also a search function. If I click on it, I can type into the search bar and search for anything, and it'll search the entire city's website. But once you enter search results, you can limit them to just the library pages if you like. We'll take a look at that later. We have 5 large menus here. We have our About Us section, How Do I Do Something, Stay Connected, Get Involved, and Outreach. And each of these have subpages that we can look into. But before we do that, we'll continue further down the page. We have some quick link buttons here. You can click here to access the library's catalog. This will take you to our events calendar to see all of our upcoming programming. This takes you to our digital resources, which we'll take a look at later. Connecting to the children and youth pages, including for summer reading, which is active right now. Our special collections, including our German Heritage Collection, and more services that we have to offer. If you scroll down just a little bit further, you can see current items of news that we have going on. So for example, right now, as I said, summer reading's happening. You can link to our Wowbrary. You can now request a 3D print with our 3D printer, update about the retirement of the Overdrive app, so using the Libby app to access our ebook library. And there are more things to look at here as we scroll through the news events. Going down a little bit further, you can find connections to the library's social media, our Facebook page, and our YouTube channel, which is probably where you're watching this video. And so we hope that you share it with people who may find it useful. And as I mentioned earlier, down here at the bottom, you can link to the city's main site over here if you click on Home. Library's information for our operating hours and our contact phone number is located here. So back up to the top of the page, let's take a look at some of those menus. Under the About Us section, you'll see that there are 4 main categories here: services, collections, and policies, the library board, the history of the library, and our current strategic plan in a PDF document. So if I click on services, collections, and policies, it will bring me to this page here. And you'll notice it provides a navigation chain here. So my current page, I could click back to here where it says library, and that would take me back to the library's homepage. On the left side, I can go into specific subpages located here, and I can click into them here as well as long as I'm on the main menu. This little plus here, if I click on it, expands to show the different special collections that we have. So for example, if I wanted to request a 3D print, I could click on this here, and it would bring me to a page where I can connect to the library's 3D printer policy, check out the library's fee schedule, which can be found here. And so that'll tell you that the costs for 3D printing, and then the actual request form where you can upload your 3D model and fill out your information for the library to begin making your 3D print. So if I click on the library cards page, it gives you information about what you'll need to register for a library card, basic information about how to use your library card. You can see information here about the Low Vision project that we run in collaboration with the Lions Club. Again, our special collections and the loan periods and overdue fines bring you here. We are a fine-free library, and so we don't charge overdue fees for items returned late. We're just happy to have them back. Of course, if you lose or break something, we do ask you to replace it. But going down, you can see the full fee schedule linked in a PDF here. But other information about checkout periods and so forth is also included on this page. So if we click this button here, it'll take us back to the home page again. And you can find out information about the current library board. You can check out their meeting minutes, when their next meeting is. Under the How Do I, you can click to the digital resources and library catalog pages, which again, you can find by clicking on these buttons here. Under the Stay Connected page, you can see an archive of our articles that we write for the New Ulm Journal weekly, the different newsletters that we have for the Friends of the Library organization, as well as our monthly email newsletter, and another link to our events calendar. Under Get Involved, link again to the Youth and Teens section, information about how to volunteer with the library, and more information specifically about the Friends of the New Ulm Public Library organization if you'd like to get involved and help the library that way. Under Outreach, you can click under our community outreach programs. The main one that we have highlighted right now is our visits to the senior living centers here in New Ulm. And if you're interested about this service, you can call our library director, and that information is contained on the page. All right, so let's go into more detail into some of those other pages. We go back to the home page and get back to the links here. If I click on library events, it brings us to the calendar. Now you notice how this changed up here. It no longer says public library, it says New Ulm, Minnesota. If I click this link now, it will take me back to the city's home page. And I know that navigating from the city's page to the library page can seem a little bit difficult, so we'll go over that in just a minute after we take a look at the calendar. So on the calendar, you'll see a preview of the current month. Any date that's highlighted in blue means we have something going on. You can also change the view to look at just a single week. So you can see what that looks like. And it'll go day by day, shows you the times listed there. You can take a look at a month view, and then it'll show up as an actual calendar. And going back to the list view, which again puts the dates on the left. If you click on a date, it'll just show you the items for that date. Otherwise, you can click on any particular title of an event or more details, and you can find out more information. So for example, if we scroll down a little bit here, if you wanted to find out about our mystery book club discussion happening, it tells you what book we're going to be reading, where and when, other relevant information. If it was an event that required registration, there would be a link to the registration form here on the page as well. You also notice there's a search box. So if I click back to go back to the list of events here, I could use a search box to search for particular types of things. So for example, if I wanted to look for story time. And you can see it has anything that would be related to stories or story time, using that as a keyword. Okay, so if we click on this, it'll take us back to the city's website. And so you'll see that these headlines are not the same. And so to get back to the library, what we need to do is under the government menu here, there's city departments in the middle. And if we go down alphabetically to library and click there, that will take us back to our library homepage. If you click on the library catalog button, it will open a new tab or advance to the next window depending on your browser. And it will take you here to our library catalog, and we have other tutorial videos about how to access your account and things in here. Notice that the default catalog is searching for items just in our library, but if you'd like to search for things in the wider Traverse de Sioux library system, you can click on the TDS catalog button here, and it will take you to a searchability for the entire library cooperative. You can also access MinLink in order to connect to the statewide request system and the Overdrive collection as well. Some of these you'll be able to link through our digital resources page. So we'll go ahead and we'll just come back to the library's website. And this time we'll click to the digital resources page, and you'll see some of those resources again. So access to Ancestry Library Edition provided at the library for your convenience. connection to digitallearn.org for learning all sorts of basic technology skills. Creativebug, which is a wonderful resource. We'll take a look at that in another tutorial. Libby by Overdrive and our Overdrive collection. You can learn more about our library cooperative itself. Link to Wowbrary, which lets you know the newest materials coming out, as well as upcoming events and staff reviews. And also on the digital resources is a small section here on our memory lab that you can use to digitize analog media. We can help with a variety of formats and give you training and help you through that project. You can fill out a reservation form here if you're interested in the memory lab, and we'll contact you and help you get started. To go into a little bit more depth, and we've taken a look at this in another tutorial, the MinNose. It does have a little bit of an updated view to it, so we're going to go ahead and have a glance here. So again, connecting to MinLink, the Minnesota Digital Library has a bunch of historical objects, photographs, and so forth available through the Minnesota Historical Society and the state archives that you can access online. The Minnesota Libraries Publishing Project is for authors. If you'd like to write a book, it has great tools online for free for help with the entire publishing process. eBooks Minnesota, which we've taken a look at, is another one of our online book collections. eLibrary Minnesota is again our databases and research sections, and we've taken a look at some of those in the past too. And Ask Minnesota, where you can ask a question to online reference librarians located throughout the state. And so if I close this tab, and we can head back again to the home page. And I said I'd show you the search function. So let's say again, let's go ahead and we'll search for story time. So I just typed it in the search box and hit enter, and it gives me a list of quite a few things, and they might go back a ways in time. So if I click on the advanced search button, I can provide a few limits here. So I could limit by department and just library. And we'll say all of these words, we want story and time in the results. And if I hit enter again to search and then take a look down, oh, we got too restrictive there. Let's try it again. Sometimes it doesn't like to link them if there's more than one word at a time. So you may have to try a couple searches here. Okay, there we go. And then it connects to places on the library's website. Again, if we want to get back to the library from the city website, we go under the government heading, city departments, down alphabetically to library, and click the link, and it takes us back here. Thanks for watching. And as always, if you have any questions, we'd be happy to see you at the library, and have a great day.